Greetings, everyone. This is Smarkdown Radio, and we're on 7 Days to Die on the Xbox One. I am Brother Bob, and this is the video I've been wanting to record. I'm going to be doing a two-part video. This is titled the multiplayer base, and the next one will be single player base. And the reason I'm doing this is because Fun Pimps come out with an announcement about the future of the console base 7 Days to Die. And it's worrisome, and I'm hoping that recording this for posterity will mean I'll be able to look back on it at some point, because we don't know if any updates are ever going to come for this game from this point out. They announced, I'm going to read their announcement verbatim. Many are speculating as to the future of 7 Days to Die on consoles, and the Fun Pimps wanted to give the community an update. The news of Telltale's demise and insolvency was both saddening and shocking event. With no warning, we learned the news the same day as the gaming public. Upon hearing the news, the Fun Pimps immediately terminated its license agreement with Telltale, which only allowed publishing rights on console ports of 7 Days to Die game. The termination also severed Telltale's rights to any future updates or sequels of the 7 Days to Die franchise. In the weeks following, we've been working in good faith with the remaining management at Telltale to regain control over the console versions and allow us to provide support and updates on those platforms. So far, these efforts have failed. Like you, we are incredibly frustrated by what has happened. We are pursuing all options to regain our rights, including legal remedies. Despite the damage that Telltale's actions have inflicted upon our company and upon our console community, we wanted to let you know that Fun Pimps are supremely committed to our fans and will continue to support 7 Days to Die game on PC, as well as continue efforts to aid console players in the future. The Fun Pimps will keep you updated as more information becomes available. And this was on 11/3. So, I am worried that, with no updates coming and with the possibility of no future updates, that this game might be kind of dead in the water. And with that being the case, I just wanted to make sure to have recorded the work that have went in on bases during gameplay. We were hoping to start a Let's Play, multiplayer Let's Play. We may still do that, but it's kind of up in the air right now. So instead, I figured I'd start here by showing off the first base build for multiplayer we did. My first original base I built in this game is no longer here. There was an error, and I had to restart my single player game. So this was started shortly thereafter when I started playing multiplayer, maybe a month in to the game. So this is pretty much the furthest back I can go to show you guys what I've done, and to have this for myself as well. So, alright, let's get started. I'm upstairs here, and head downstairs and outside. We built a prefab, just because, like I said, this was only a couple, not even a month into the game play is what that is. I've played maybe a month on single player before starting here. So we found this house, pretty simple little house here in town. This is a custom world. It is not Naviscane. So we just had this house, and when we started, here are some remnants here of a bridgeway and some spikes. When we started this, we built these spikes all around the house, and in the ground here you can see is depressed because we had a trench dug all the way around up to the concrete here, or asphalt I should say, and then around the entire house. That was the first thing we did to protect ourselves. We felt that would limit the zombies being a problem. This bridge that's here wasn't built till after we no longer were relying on that and our wall was in, and when we wanted to get out without falling into the pit all the time. But we eventually filled that in. So that was our first set of defense, was to do that. The second set of defense was we wanted to have a way to fight the zombies in the pits, the zombies getting caught on the spikes. So that was something we needed to work on. And of course that involved some more building, which we built up here on the roof. I put walkways on the roof, so we could, look over and shoot down. And then when we were out down there, we figured building a escape from the house was probably a good idea as well. Why do I hear zombies? So we built this walkway. It takes you over to our farm area. Do I have zombies actually out here? Yep, sure do. Alright, well. Must be a wandering horde. I wonder why it felt laggy all of a sudden. Ugh, I don't want to deal with them. Anyway, up here is where the farm is, which we had just picked before the last video, so which is why it currently is empty. So I'll go down here and handle these jackasses. Ugh. Damn wandering horde while I'm trying to record a video. I got things to do. People don't want to see this. Well, I mean, I guess they probably do, but that's not what I'm here for. Alright, so one of the other things we had, which we'll discuss, is this wall here in a minute. But anyway, we built the escape from the roof, so that way, if the zombies did breach our first line of defenses, we had a way out across the roof to the other building, which is where we had we're storing our mini bikes at the time. Then I also built a passage here in the bathroom. To go down, let's see, get some light, into the tunnel. And this was my first attempt at building a tunnel, and as you can see, it is not a very good tunnel. But it was just built for the ability to get out of our base if need be. So we took this tunnel. Man. Pretty janky tunnel, but it does come over and lead next door into that building our farm's on, where we had our mini bike stored. So once again, easy way to get out in case of overrun zombie hordes. Next thing we built was we got tired of dealing with this, replacing the spikes all the time. And we got tired of the pit, especially when we got the downstairs area and the zombies started digging. So we built a wall. Pretty simple wall. We used cobblestone at the time. We weren't up to concrete yet. So we used cobblestone. We backed it with wood. We surrounded it with barbed wire. So when the zombies came in contact with it, they'd hit the barbed wire. Put these poles in so we could shoot downwards. And, you know, it was fairly effective at the time. You know, ran all the way around the base. You know, pretty simple to use. The next thing we built was we were having to constantly fight off hordes of zombies. We're spawning screamers in, who were spawning in zombies, due to the fact that we had our forges originally. We originally had 2 forges in this room. Wow, that's bright. So we had a couple forges in here that were running like all the time. And then we also had our chemistry station, which is where it still is, and our fire pit. So we had all this heat, and it was just constantly generating screamers, which, you know, were then spawning zombies not just at our base, but inside the wall of the base because of the fact that, you know, they're screamers and it's in the area. So we have something near. We had a bunker nearby, so I built this nice little thing here. And we go down to this little tunnel. We take this little walkway across to the bunker, which is now where our forges sit. Apparently we have some zombies above me. I'll have to snipe them in a little bit. But yeah, that's where our forges are. Making some concrete right now. I don't even know what's going on. We haven't played in a while. I'm not sure what's all being made. Got some iron going in. Very nice. Yep, so just simple. We stuck in you see the chemistry station over there, workbench over here. I believe we have another chemistry station in one of the other rooms as well. You know, just so we had options. I think there's a chemistry station maybe back here. Yeah, there's another chemistry station over here. So yeah, just so we have, you know, both of us had places to work without having to wait for each other to get done using stuff. So that was cool. This is where we do all of our making stuff. You can get up from here, of course. This is a standard exit way. But I'm going to snipe that zombie who's being irritating from the base. And we'll discuss the next build. The next step was the cobblestone walls were having to be repaired constantly. And we looked at the cost of making them concrete and figured, you know, we should just go with a whole, you know, if we're going to spend that much, we may as well just go the work of putting on a whole other layer of defense. Look at you. You're stupid zombie. Really? What'd I hit? It wasn't the zombie. Huh. Okay, so rather than turn all the cobblestone here into concrete, I mean that seems like a bad idea. We decided the next best thing to do would probably be to surround ourselves with this style wall out here, which allows us to one, see through it so you can shoot. Also allows you to melee zombies through it on horde nights, and it's, you know, as strong, actually stronger than our other wall, being that it's steel and concrete. And we have spikes out here for the zombies to walk on to do damage when they come up to the fence. So this makes our defense a lot better. And if you notice, there's a ton of chairs over here. Just because we got tired of zombies spawning right next to that vault. And we surrounded it with chairs and some trees, because the zombies don't break the chairs and trees, they don't attack them. So we surround it, and that way when screamers come in and they go bumping into that, they don't end up like on top of the little entranceway, and we can actually get in and out to kill them. And that worked out pretty well. That was the next thing we did. Then our mini bikes, we wanted to have a way in and out of the base, and somewhere to put the mini bikes. Leaving them outside, I didn't like doing it. I was always worried that, like, you know, they may get, you know, destroyed during a horde night or something, errant shot, or, you know, one of the cop zombie spitters. So put in this rampway here that takes us up over the wall, and a drawbridge, and this takes us onto this little highway thing we built. Takes you out and around the building next door and down a ramp. Now, we have not had zombies get on this yet. Like, there's been no zombies that have pathed up the ramp and come around the corner. I think one time we had zombies following us in, and the one that did follow us all the way in ended up walking off right here where this ladder is. So we've had no issue with zombies following us around, which is awesome. You know, it worked out. It did exactly what we wanted it to do. Uh, you know, it's pretty cool. You can see our base here from the side. It's tons of street lamps. I mean, that was one of the first things we wanted to do is get some lighting out there. We got some of the spotlights in as well. You can see this area over here with these other street lamps. Those were built, that was the last part of the build, or the second last part of the build. This was just something, we got tired of killing zombies the same way, we wanted to do something different, so I put this in. You know, we can take that underground walkway from our base over here. The zombies on Horde Night can mull around up here, and we could melee them from this side, right? That they walk around. And we can shoot up from this side, which allows us to drop down from the higher side if cop zombies come through, so we don't get blown up in the process of them blowing up. It was a cool little build to make, and you know, worked out pretty well. We used it a couple times on Horde Night. The other nice thing is if you stand here and you wait to have the Horde come in, and you can get them to come in from that direction, from the south, then somebody can actually stand up on top of the fence here and shoot out while somebody else is down below. So that also works out pretty nice. It can split up the Horde a bit. I hate the spikes right side up. The idea there was when we get to the grass here is my partner in crime, my multiplayer buddy, thought that maybe it would do double damage to the zombies, having spikes both ways. But what tended to happen is they'd come in and the cops would blow up on them, and it would do damage. It would blow out spikes. It'd do damage to everything. Some of the cops actually dropped down between them, which was irritating. Like they glitch down and blow up in the ground, and I had to replace like chunks of ground and stuff. So we're not replacing any of those right side up spikes anymore, just because of that. It actually did not do any favors. And then the last thing we built for the base, when we got tired of fighting over there, as we've seen YouTuber and Twitch player Cage848 build these things, and I thought, hey, that'd be something fun to try. What the heck? We got nothing big going on behind our base. Let's give this a try. And these are these dance floor things that he built in his game, which, you know, allows you to melee zombies, right? But they can't get up to you. There's no spikes by it, you know, so they get up to here and they can't get any further. The crawling ones that come in, they'll get on those spikes and that'll handle them. Well, you're up here just, you know, meleeing away. It worked out really well the couple times we used it. And I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting to try something new. But anyway, this is our base build for our multiplayer game. We did we're on what day? Day 126. We did probably 122 days here. You know, we started, like I said, we started out with just a moat around it, dug around it with some spikes, and really built it up. I mean, we put in this little jacuzzi tub here to store our water in, and we got our cement mixer sitting out here. It just it worked out really well. I had a nice big yard. This rock is the only. There was tons of these rocks, and we just left 2 of them in the backyard because we're like, you know what, let's just may as well leave these. These are pretty cool. And I mean, originally, man, we had torches all around this base, like all over everything, just trying to light up outside on Horde Moon to so we could friggin' you know, see the zombies. You can see my ladder here that originally took me up to the roof before we put in this extra part of the walkway. We had a ladder that we could get up there from the outside of where the moat was here. And I mean, this pole is actually inside the moat, which is why it goes down further. But yeah, same with these boxes. You can see that they're sitting up on top of where that hole was. But yep, this is our multiplayer base build. It was fun. You know, pretty stupid of us using a prefab, but you know, live and learn. I will be doing one of these videos here next with my single player base. So that'll be something to keep your eyes open for. Both of these should be on YouTube coming up as a single video. So if you're watching on YouTube, these will be together. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the multiplayer base, and hopefully we'll be able to start a new stream. That's the plan, is some point in the near future to start a new stream. Hopefully the Fun Pimps can get their rights back so that we can, you know, have an update to this version of the game, and we can play some more. All right, but we will. Everybody watching on Twitch, thanks for joining, and everybody who's watching on YouTube, stay tuned because the next video is coming. All right, so we're down here at my mine. I'm gonna come up, and we're gonna head over to my base. So there she is, looking all pretty and stuff. So I've had a couple bases in my single player game. I had a standard house that I built the moat around, put spikes in, you know, defended that way. That was terrible. I was on the border of the woods and the desert biome, and the trader was out in the middle of the freaking desert, which took forever to walk to when I didn't have a mini bike and was terrible. So the minute I got a mini bike, I got out of there. I built another base, really cool underground base. Didn't have to worry about zombies really on Horde nights. Had put a bunch of trees over it, so if zombies did end up walking around up there, they bump into those and it get in the way. Had a glitch came on, and the entire base was just the ground was empty. It was all basically the walls were underground in the dirt, and everything was filled in, and there was none of my stuff left. Everything was gone. So basically, I had to start over from scratch. Thankfully, my mini bike wasn't in that base. So then I built this one, which I think turned out pretty cool. You got the bridge here for the mini bike, which and the walkway, and you come up here. There's my garage with my drawbridge, so we can drive our mini bikes in, which is, you know, a cool feature to have. I have two mini bikes here. I did have a friend join me in this. This is my single player game, but I do have a buddy who comes over from time to time who wanted to give the game a try. So I got him in and made him a mini bike just so he could, you know, travel. But yeah, we got like a drop chest here for, you know, items that I'm gonna sell, take to the trader. So that's there, and then over here is supplies for the farm, which is upstairs, and we'll take the elevator up. Boom. Here we are at the farm. We got some corn growing, got some potatoes growing. You have to have enough of that stuff for your meat pies. And says this is a separate building from our base, and I didn't want to go to the work of putting like anything spider zombie proofing it. I mean, it was kind of pointless. I'm not going to be up here on Horde night. So instead, just in case spider zombie did get up here, I put in a drawbridge so they can't get over to the main base. It also gives me a fallback where if like the main base falls apart for whatever reason, I can get over here and try to defend up here without the zombies, you know, coming across. Though I'm not really sure how they would make it across, to be honest. I don't see any way for them to get up into either one of these buildings. Oh, we lift this drawbridge. Yeah, check out got some windows down there. Nice heavy duty concrete. Everything made out of concrete. Wanted a really nice well-built structure. You walk in, there's my bed, there's my medical supplies. Wanted them right by the door, so if something happened and I was you know, stupid and forgot to bring out medical supplies and needed them, I get in, get them pretty quick. Got my TV. I come through here. Next room, kitchen. Got a kitchen table. Got a counter space. Got, you know, a fire pit. Got a supply box with food items. Downstairs is where all the action happens here on this floor. This is my zombie killing floor, and if you look down there, you can see there are a ton of spikes. You know, shoot through here, kill zombies. You know, works pretty good for Horde nights. You can shoot out. I really like this setup. I thought it worked out really well, fighting off zombie hordes, and I I haven't had any problem with it. They don't tend to go after the pillars because I'm centrally located. The pillars are spread wide enough that they don't tend to go after them, and it works out pretty well. No spider zombies can get in here. They can crawl up, but they can't get in, which is also nice. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Then upstairs, and then I mean this build, unlike my multiplayer build, was really like pretty planned out. I started with that first floor and built up. I kind of knew what I wanted as I went. I made a few little tweaks, but for the most part, I mean, this is kind of what I had in mind. I go to the next floor. Boom. There are my forges, nicely labeled. I know what's in what. I have vents here. I have a ductwork here that vents upward, so all those can vent out of the building. You know, don't have to worry about, you know, dying of asphyxiation due to chemicals. They all vent out. There's my workbench, my chests with you know, my random items for making stuff, and this one's got like all my metals and stuff that need to be forged or were forged and have been put in here. This side then has my two cement mixers. Why this one's at 40 of 250, I don't know, but okay. Anyway, those are there. There's my claim block. Here is my supply chest with all my tools. This one has tons of guns, gun parts. This one has all the stuff I need to make, like bolts and, you know, ammunition, extra ammunition, gunpowder, things of that nature. I got space for another one, and I got space up there for more if I need it. This is where I spend a lot of my time. And then upstairs here, this is the bar and grill, which is only partially done due to the fact, like I said, my buddy decided to join me, and he has been squatting up here. This has like become the guest bedroom. So he's got his own little fire pit to cook in. He's got a bed. He's got a wooden chest. I got my beer cooler here, which I'm sure he's probably been using, drinking up all my beer. Got my fire. Got my barbecue grill set up over here, looking fancy. You know, got some more of that duct work here over the top. And then we got the roof here. Go up to the rest of the roof. And it's already dark. You can see here the ventilation all the way down. There's our forges. One floor down is, of course, the fire pit. And the nice thing about this, having the bars here, is I'm not going to fall in this, which is awesome, because if I did, I'd be stuck in a wall, which would suck. Also, if, I don't know, some way, somehow, like a cop blasts one of those walkways here on this side, and Spider Zombie manages to get up here, he's not going to fall down into my base. So that protects against that is an issue. You know, I've only seen a handful in my single player, and I've never had any over here. But like, they couldn't fly in either. That's another thing. They couldn't just fly down and in with the bars. So that's why they're there. But yeah, pretty simple. High-rise style base. The garage there is cool. It's up on stilts. You know, it serves its purpose. I don't have anything running right now, so no zombies coming through like in the multiplayer game where they came walking through a horde came walking through. But yeah, pretty simple. I really like this base. I thought this was an interesting way to build. Unfortunately, in the console game, there isn't any paint or anything. If there was, there'd be a lot of things I would do. I would really... You know, you can just put in blocks and paint them. I'd put in like a dishwasher and an having that for food. I can sit up here and a deer will come by every once in a while, and I can just zoom in and nail a deer, go down, gut it, and then I have food for a couple days with them being able to be turned into um, stew. And of course, over here is where we started. Down there is that's where my mine is, marked with the torches so I can easily find it. And this is a simple mine, hole in the ground. But yeah, I had a lot of fun building this base. We have a down hatches here as well, so fall down in the hay instead of having to try to come down this way. Obviously, the elevator is only a one-way option. But no, I really like this base. It is with a really fun build, and really enjoyed making it. I really wish I was gonna have the opportunity in the future to build something like that again and have the option of paint and some of these other things that aren't in the game for console players. So we were really hoping that some of that stuff would make it into the game. Electricity too, like putting in a power bank and running all the lights and stuff would have been nice. But yeah, so anyway, I hope everybody enjoyed the walkthroughs of the bases. They were a lot of fun to build, and this game's a lot of fun to play. And I really hope that the Fun Pimps are able to get their content, back under their control, and are able to find a publisher to get this get updates to consoles. And I love 7 Days to Die. I've played so much of this game. Honestly, I mean, other than like the Halo games and like Final Fantasy VII, back in the day, when I was much younger, like this game I've put just a ton of hours into, and like I said, I had a couple single player games going and a multiplayer game going, and I really love like everything about this game, and hopefully there'll be updates and I can do some more, and also hopefully I can talk my my buddy into doing some multiplayer and us starting a stream of that, because that's something I'd like to do as well, is do like a Sunday 7. We'll see what happens, and thank